Hello and welcome to Quirky Cat Crafts. This is Sherry. It is Tuesday, 9 p.m. I attempted to work tonight. I made it about 45 miles down the road, and the rain was already switching over to snow, which wasn't supposed to happen until much later tonight. And then I heard a few other drivers had turned around that were further ahead of me because the road conditions were bad. So I turned around and came back home. But I did make the attempt to work tonight, and probably won't be working tomorrow night either because the driver I meet up with comes out of Indianapolis, and the snow that we're getting tonight, he's going to be getting tomorrow. So I just wanted to jump on and talk about a few things with you guys, things that have been in my head. So first things first. Okay. I have an organizational system for items that I use for filler where everything is divided by color. And I'm going to show you an example of that here in just a second. And so I originally had these, oh, for Pete's sake, separated into each appropriate color bin. And they were in, like these little photo boxes. And so like all the pinks were together, all the purples were together, the blues were together, and so on. But what I'm finding with this particular filler option is that I tend to pick two colors if I'm using these as a filler. So, for example, on the cat doorknob mosaic that I'm making for my sister-in-law, these two colors would match quite well. And so then I would have to pull out the purple bin, find the purple box, pull out the turquoise bin, find the appropriate box. And so it's a lot of extra steps. So for this particular option, I decided it made more sense. It was more convenient to have them in one box by themselves because I do combine them. I do also have gold and silver, but as you can see, I don't have enough space in this box except for this little space here. So the gold and silver will go in the metallics, in the appropriate metallics bins, but I'll know they're there. So if I decide I want to use like navy blue with gold or navy blue with silver, I know where to go for them. So, but I have all the colored ones here. So that was something I was working on. Honestly, this morning before I went to bed because I didn't think I was working tonight. So, what these are, they are metal beads that have two holes in the side and they're hollow underneath. And so they're designed to be like strung with the elastic string to make, bracelets. And I got these at Michael's. They came in packs where it had like 3 colors in each pack. And they were regular $9.99 a pack. They were on clearance for 70% off. And then I had a 20% off entire purchase coupon. So I got them for 90% off. And then I also had a voucher to use. So I got some of them, there were 2 packs, so I would get like 2. I don't recall. This was last year sometime. But I know that, it was basically, I was getting them for $1 and they were regular $10 a pack. And I bought them out. I went to 3 different stores and bought them out. There's 2 sizes. There's a square and then there's a little rectangle. So these are great for filling in, little spaces on a mosaic. Oops, I almost dropped that. So, if you have like this little spot here, I could have used a couple of these little tiles. So, anyway, and because they are metal, if I wanted to like embed them in clay, I could do that as well. If I wanted to do it in a contrasting color, or like if I wanted to do like a diamond pattern and line them up, things like that. So a lot of options with these. Well worth it, I think. And I wish that I would have got more. They also had hexagon, and I think circles. And I didn't get those, and I kind of wish I would have now, but I was focused on squares and rectangles. So this is the first thing, and this just makes me happy to look at, so I thought I would share it with you. So that's the first thing. And then, like I said, this is heavy. I have these divided. My filler options are divided into these canvas bins. And I'm going to stand up and make sure I'm in the shot. Yeah, kind of, sort of, not really. Zoom out a little bit. So I got these canvas bins off of Amazon. And, you know, they have a little handle and a little pocket. And then I just have a piece of glitter cardstock in there with the color pink to indicate it's the pink bin. And my craft room tour video, which is coming very, very soon. I'm really close, you guys. You'll get to see how I have all these arranged. So, initially, those beads that I just showed you were in like one of these photo boxes. So, I've emptied out a few. Yeah, 3 that are empty. Just kind of giving you guys a little peek of what I've got. So, these are triangular beads that I got when I purchased a whole bunch of picture frames that had a heart cut out in the middle, and I realized how difficult it was to fill in around the heart. So I got these, I think, at Hobby Lobby. And there's several different, I have several different colors. And then these are, and a lot of these are so old, you guys, just music note fillers. And on various different shades of pink clay. Pink pearl, magenta pearl, fluorescent pink, the ballerina pink, and I coated it with glitter, things like that. So, you know, I sat down one day and just, with my music stamp and just any pearlized clay, I was pretty much going to town. So I have a ton of these in every different color of the pearl clay. And they don't get used on every project, but, you know, projects where music is an okay filler, that's what I do. So, then I've got, oops, got the triangles back. Then I've got my bling chain, my ball chain, some regular chain. You never know what's going to be handy for filling in spots. Got some little round beads that I'll like line up in a channel and fill in a space that way. And then this was something I got off Amazon that I haven't used yet, so I don't know. It's adhesive. And I'm not sure if it's cuttable or not, but I have that in several different colors. And again, you guys, I've been collecting stuff for like 5 years, so don't judge me. This is the little bling chain you can get at like Michael's. Dollar Tree has it, where it looks like it's a gemstone, but it's not. It's just like hollowed out. And you can see I've got a few different shades of pink, kind of a fuchsia pink, hot pink, pastel pink. So, and this is probably going to get separated into a couple of boxes now that I have a few empty ones. And I may have a few more, I don't know. In this one I've got, I recently ordered a bunch of these glass tiles. These are iridescent and these are not. That's why they're in separate bags. Oh, no, I'm wrong. These are the iridescent ones. And then these were just, I don't even know where I got these. I have these in a bunch of different colors. Some little random squares. I know I got these at Hobby Lobby. And there's a few different sizes. I'll use these for stickers sometimes. On the mermaid box I just made for my niece, I used them, a teal one, to do the wave stickers. And then this is something else I picked up on clearance for $1.74, regular $7. says they're purple, but they look pastel pink to me. And they're square beads. And so they would fill in, you know, if you just have a little spot somewhere. And that can be tricky to fill in the little spots, you guys. So I'm always looking for things that I can use. And something I was talking about on a recent video, and I'm not sure if it's one that I ended up deleting because it stopped filming or what, but I was talking about how, you know, these are mixed media mosaics. So the more variety of media you have, the better the mosaic's going to look. You know, you don't want all glitter or all metallic or all the same shade of a color or just all buttons or all stickers because it's too much. And so you got to have the variety. This last box is something I'm debating right now. And I can hear one of my gripey boys coming. They're very confused as to why I'm home right now. So I have a gazillion of these in a ton of different colors. I have the glitter ones. And then I also have just plain glass ones. That is a very pale pink. My eyes are not focusing. I don't even know if there's other shades of pink of that. I'm not seeing. Whole bunch of glitter. Whole bunch of glitter. Oops. But anyway, so I was debating whether I wanted to do these like I did those metal beads. But when I use these, I tend to just use one color. Because they're, you know, they're blingy, and it's, you know, if I had a pink one and a purple one and a teal one, it's a bit much. Now, sometimes I do. It depends on the size of the mosaic that I might use multiple colors. But generally, you know, I would just use like 3 or 4 of the same color. And so for right now, I think these are going to stay in the organization that they are. I do have more of the bigger containers if I decide to divide them out later. But those of you that are in the craft world, you know, you go through several different evolutions of how you organize your craft supplies. You know, you try one organizational method, and it might work, it might not work. You might figure out a better way. You might try a new way and realize the old way was better, and you go back to it. My sticker collection is a prime example of that. That went from boxes to 3-ring binder with sheet protectors to now they're in hanging file folders. So you just kind of got to go with it and see what's what. Other items I have in this bin, I've got a few of these packs of, like, you know, rickrack and fancy rope that I picked up on clearance. So I could use these for my hanging chalkboards to, you know, cut off the rawhide string and use something prettier. I could use this for, like, the edge of a box lid or something like that. So you just never know. I see something that I think might work and I get it. I've got a bunch of adhesive gemstones that I usually stick on the little mirror tiles. I've got some pearls. I've got some, you know, heart-shaped sticker buttons. Do not ever bake these. They melt. Learned that the hard way. Got some more kind of, I mean, this is just stuff I got at Dollar Tree. But I've used it to edge around the heart on the heart picture frames before. Just to define it. Things like that. I've got some of these stickers. These are Crafter Squares, so they're Dollar Tree. I buy them by the case. When you order things off of DollarTree.com, if you have it shipped to your local store, it's free shipping, and then they contact you when it's in, and you just go pick it up. So I get a lot of my substrates that way too. Alright, so I've also got some, sticker strips, basically. Again, can be used to edge the lid of a box. or around the picture frame. This is a different version right there. So this one's kind of oopsie. Alrighty then. Not sure what's going on with that. And there's another version. That one makes me think of like princess or ballerina. For some reason, I thought ballerina was not the correct word. Wow, I'm losing it, you guys. I need some of this as well. So all this is pink. It all goes in the pink bin. So when I need something pink, I know where to go look. You know, and in the past, I've tried, you know, sorting like items together. And that works for people, and that's great. But for me, the way my brain works and the way my organizational methods work is by color. So like I said, I've got a few open bins in here now, so I can kind of spread some of this stuff out, because you can see they're all kind of packed full. So that is my organization for various random filler. I may be adding to this. I have a few of these boxes. Sorry, I gotta move stuff to get to them. That I have just labeled colored. And they're random beads, random strung beads. So like this box here, am I in the shot? Yes, yay me. So this box here has some pinks, like pinks, reds, and purples. So like I would, you know, could potentially put these in the pink box. I would put these in the flower box, but these would go into the pink bin. I have no idea what these are. They're just like flat back, shiny sparklies. So, you know, like I said, I look for things, and if it's something I think I get a lot of stuff on clearance, you guys. A lot of stuff on clearance. You know, this is something that I wouldn't even embed. I would just use it to fill a spot. This is something I probably won't ever use. I thought they were pretty at the time, but I don't know that I'd ever use them, so those might go into the go away pile. You never know. Same with these. I don't know. These are kind of neat. But anyway, so I may be emptying out these 3 boxes and sorting them into the colored bins. So, just kind of giving you guys a peek of things that I have. So, peacock. Those are really pretty. And that's a tile by itself. You don't have to do anything with it but glue it down. You have 2 of them on a project. 3 if it's a big project. And it's something different to look at. It's a different visual. So that's why I'm always I know I kind of harp on the mixed media aspect of it, but I've learned this the hard way, you guys. In the beginning, because the embedded charms and buttons are so much fun. But if every tile you have is an embedded charm or button, it's not a mixed media mosaic, and it just doesn't work as well. So I've learned that the hard way, you guys. So that's why I'm passing this on to you. Look at these. They're gorge. Kind of a turquoisey teal and gold. Again, that's a tile by itself. Always looking for things that are square or square-like that can be used to fill a spot. Look at these. I use these on nature mosaics quite a bit because they're kind of, you know, the greens and blues. Grass and water. These are kind of pretty. Again, tile by itself. These came in a big sheet. They're like for backsplash. In a kitchen or a, you know, bathroom or whatever. It was a sheet on clearance because it was damaged. I got it at a hardware store, not a craft store. And I cut them apart. They're kind of thick, but they, you know, you can have different heights. Your tiles don't all need to be the same width. No, depth. Thickness. We'll go with thickness. So as you can see, there's just this kind, and then there's this really pretty pattern. So, and so these would go into, you know, the blue box. Because I forgot I had those, to be honest with you. And that's another thing when you're doing a project is sometimes you got to just take the time to sit down and go through all of your stash, all of your stuff, because you just never know what you're going to find that is going to work in the project. This is another box I have labeled gems. I'm not going to open. Come on. There we go. I buy these in packs at the craft store. And that's a tile by itself. Just glue it right down. I have a bunch of these. I bought a big bag of these. I don't remember where. Sorry, you guys. If I remember where, I'll tell you. So, I have some random ones. With these where there's like circle, square, teardrop, and then this little rectangle. So the square and rectangle I use on its own. I may use these to fill around the odd hearts or whatever. But if I'm not, and I'm just doing a square mosaic, I will bake a piece of clay, usually black, or the black with gold glitter, and then just glue that down on top. I do not bake these because they're not glass, they're plastic, and they will melt. And I was really bad in the beginning about keeping glass and plastic separated, and so when in doubt, don't bake, because I've baked items before and had them melt, and it just really kind of stinks. So, got this little chain of just pink, and I would cut these apart, and again, and glue it on clay after baking. So that just gives you guys a little bit of an idea of my plethora of supplies. And when I do my craft room tour here, probably this upcoming weekend, y'all are probably going to have a heart attack. And I jokingly say don't judge me, but you can judge me all you want, but it is what it is. When I started this 5 years ago, I was in a different financial situation. And I was also very excited about the new craft. And I was also not sure what I would use, what I would not use, what my tastes were, what my style is. And over the last 5 years, I've, you know, learned what to buy and what not to buy again. So that covers that stuff. I wanted to talk about something else in regards to keeping it mixed media. I try on every mosaic to have different styles of clay. You have your regular clay, you've got glitter clay, you've got pearl clay. And then there's like opal or granite, things like that. And so, again, if you use all glitter, it's visually overwhelming. So, but I do want to talk about glitter clays. Okay, so the first glitter clays I ever bought were Fimo, because when I first started 5 years ago, Sculpey didn't have as big of a selection. So, and I need my white paper. Where did my white paper go? Don't know. So we're going to do it this way. Come here. Oh, for pity's sake. Come on. Okay. Oops. All right. So we're going to do this. Gonna make this work. I'm going to zoom in, guys. Hang on. Bear with me. Okay, so the first glitter clays that I was purchasing was Fimo. Because I was buying a lot of different brands of clay when I first started until I figured out which brands work best for mosaic tiles. Sculpey 3 has pretty colors, but it is soft. It's hard to cut it into perfect squares before baking. Cannot cut it after baking, it will crumble. So once you bake it, it is how it is, because if you try and trim it down after, 99% of the time it's going to crumble. Actually, 100% of the time it's going to crumble, but maybe there will be 1% where it happens to crumble in a straight line and it works for you. But I want to talk about this. So we got purple, blue, and red. And what I noticed after baking was that they darken up. Not a lot, but a little bit. I don't know if you can tell that the purple's a little darker, the blue's a little darker, and the red is a little darker. I love this blue. But the Fimo clay is really hard to condition. It's very crumbly a lot of the times, and you literally, I've spent 30 minutes before just conditioning just like a little half of a brick, just to get it to the point where I feel comfortable sending it through my pasta machine. Because if you send it through when it's still crumbly, all those crumbles get stuck in the nooks and crannies, and then you crank out clay later and you end up with little bits of glitter clay stuck in with whatever color. So all of the Fimo, even the Fimo Soft, is really hard to condition. So I don't buy it anymore, except for the glitter, but this is actually packages I bought back in the beginning. So those are the Fimo glitters. But like I said, they do bake up a little bit darker. Okay? And then Sculpey Primo, white gold glitter, which is essentially silver glitter, and yellow gold glitter. I use these a lot, especially the silver. I'm more of a silver person. I don't know why. And I will use this for like embedding buttons or whatever in, but I really just like to bake it and like cut it into strips and bake it. And then, you know, when I need to fill in a little spot, I just cut off however much I need. So, gold and silver. Also have Twinkle Twinkle, which is black with gold glitter. I use that quite a bit. I use this a lot for embedding the gold charms. It just really pops. They really pop off this black with gold glitter. Don't do a whole lot of just plain strips of this. Possibly because a lot of the time my background is already black. So if you have a black background and then black tiles, sometimes it just looks like you have gaps in the mosaic. So use sparingly, that kind of thing. So and then there's also Primo White Frost Glitter. I use this quite a bit. I'll stamp on it and color the stamp in, or I'll do a stencil over the top because the glitter is really nice. Sculpey 3 just came out recently with some glitter clays. This is their black glitter. And it's all right. It's, again, Sculpey 3. It's very, very soft. And it bakes up kind of dull, to be honest. So if you're wanting black glitter, I would go with the Primo, even though it's a little more pricey. But when the glitter clays came out, I bought a few of each kind, so that I could try. Okay. A few more Primo options. We've got red glitter. This is new. We've got a blue glitter. And then I use this one an awful lot. Galaxy glitter, which is navy blue. And again, these are ones that I tend to just roll out, cut into strips, bake them. And then you can cut the strips down. to fit the spots you need. And that gives you a variety of clay. So I like to use the pearlized clay for embedding, the plain clay for like stamping and painting or mica powders, that kind of thing. And then you've got the glitter clay. Okay. And then the last batch that I'm going to pull in here is the new ones from Sculpey. Now, what I've learned with these is they bake really different from how they look in their raw form. I don't have examples for you right now, but I am going to make some in the next video where I can show you a comparison of the raw form compared to the baked form. I know for sure that this red garnet glitter, when you bake it, it is like a deep, deep red. But it doesn't look like a deep red. I mean, compare it to the red glitter. I mean, it almost looks pink. But after baking, it is a deep, deep, beautiful red. This one is called Violet Glitter. Really kind of comes off as more of a hot pink after baking. And then you've got Pink Glitter, which is so pretty, but it darkens after you bake it. It's still pretty, but it's not as pastel-y. And you can like mix in like white glitter or just straight white to try and downplay the color a little bit. I don't do mixes, and I'll tell you why here in just a minute. Okay, let me finish my thought. So this is also called a blue glitter. But compared to the Primo, you can see that it's a lighter color. I don't know that I've used this one yet, so I don't know what it looks like after baking. Because I had so much of this on hand. So we're going to have to try that one out. And this one I know for sure, because I did a project where this matches really close to the teal pearl in its raw form. But after baking, it's almost like a dark green, not dark green, but like a dark green turquoise color. And it doesn't look anything like the raw form, and it didn't match the project after baking. So I guess my point of my rambling on this is that, you know, sometimes you can just take a package of clay and go, okay, this is what it's going to look like after baking. But be prepared for it to come out different after baking so that you can plan accordingly. All right. So those are the glitter clays, and I was going to say something else and it flew right out of my head. Hang on, it'll come back. See, that's what I get for finishing the thought I was on and not locking in the random thought. I don't remember what it was, you guys. I'm sorry. But anyway, so these are the glitter clays and what I use them for. And they are pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. So, but I did want to just kind of touch on that kind of stuff for you guys. Because I have a few, you know, since I have a free evening. So, I think I've thrown enough information at you for now. Hopefully that wasn't too much. And I am going to continue with the getting the rest of my craft room cleaned up and organized. It's really close, you guys, I promise. And I'm going to get the craft room tour video done this weekend before I do anything else, because I've had it almost completely clean like 3 times now, but then I get into a project and then of course my room is trashed. So anyway, I think that's it for now, you guys. I just wanted to give you some generalized information, and I will be back on the next video. I'll share how these come out after baking. I still need to glue my cat mosaic. Fingers are better, you guys. Look, I can make a fist. Yay! I mean, they still hurt, and they're still a little puppy, but I can make a fist. So anyway, all right, you guys, that's it for now. If I have any friends that are you know, in the path of this big old storm, especially down south. I know they've got tornadoes and whatnot. And in the areas that are getting snow, y'all be smart, be safe. If you don't need to be out in it, stay home, all right? That's it for now. Thanks so much for watching.